Audrey and I have disappeared for the months of January and February, pretty much, into a wormhole called the Evolutionary Energetics Book Project.
Yay. It's been something I've been working on for 11 years, and I thought I was procrastinating at first, but it turns out I'm not procrastinating. We needed to go on an evolutionary journey. So we made a commitment to ourselves, to our work, to our company, to finish this book and publish it this year. And the surprising thing was it was 3 parts. We felt like 70% of it was already written.
Yeah, all we had to do was restructure it and kind of clean it up a bit.
Rewrite a little
That's
bit.
it. I mean, it's not a big job.
3 parts, 3 weeks. Poof, it'll be done.
Yeah. So what we discovered, of course, is evolution and emergence.
Is that we're on a...
Yeah, so you could call it the whole book writing project was actually a trick for us to go deeper on our evolutionary journey. And you guys have been following us. And it's like we've gone really deep, but it turns out there was stuff that we need to go deeper on.
We can go even
deeper. Actually, one really beautiful thing came out was the alignment process, where we realized that there were and we're moving so much energy trying to get for this book to come through us. And it was like all these little misalignments between Audrey and I were just flaring up and coming to the surface.
Surfacing,
Yeah, so that's a new technology that came out. Anyway, so we thought, okay, there's no new information. We're just going to put what's there because, we've been teaching students this technology. And then it's like, oops, guess what? New information comes in, lots of new information came in about the technology, use of the technology.
Well, and it's even funny because in the Self Framework, we have the 5 A's of alignment we teach in the Level 2 Certified Agile Leadership Training or the Leading Evolutionary Organizations Training, blah, blah, blah. So that's our Level 2 is we teach people how to get organizations into alignment. And if you think about your teams, if you think about your organization in general, there's a lot of misalignment and how important it is to get back into alignment and what to do. And just our relationship, like in a relationship.
Right, playbook Playbook 1, step 1, healthy relationship. People are always going, well, what does healthy relationship mean?
And what does it actually mean?
Yeah. So that's what the alignment pros got to. It's like, well, and so we'll just share that a bit here, I guess. That's what's coming up.
Yeah.
So
no plan of what we're talking about.
Yeah, of course this was unplanned as usual. So the alignment process, it's not really complex. So let's say you want to get into alignment with another person or a group of people. Like the first thing is everyone free of their grievances and judgments against all the other people? And you're like, what?
And the blame.
Right? And it's like these micro judgments. Oh, so-and-so's like this, they're like that. And if we're not free of all that, we're carrying those misperceptions, those projections into the mix. And so when something
it makes the waters muddy.
Right. And so when you hit something and there's all this stuff sitting in the background, it just goes and just erupts, right? And that's where the disconnects come from. That's where you may need to stop and do a get clear. But so we'd realize is that there's work to be done kind of before you try to come to alignment with somebody or a group, to clear out the system at a very deep level of the projections, of our thoughts about that person, any negative beliefs.
The blame, the frustration, the anger.
Yeah.
All of it.
And
all of it needs to be clear.
And the deeper work is like, are we really living our human design? Are we following our strategy, right? Are we, as a generator trying to make things happen? Or are we just waiting to respond? I mean, like really basic stuff.
Design? Some people might not know that.
I'm not going to go into that.
We're baking it into our work,
it's
so
okay.
It's really exciting.
Anyway, but it's like, am I actually living correctly for how I'm created to be as my unique self and individual? Like, I mean, like really important things like that. Am I actually living and following my guidance of what's correct for me? Or am I just operating my conditioning? So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so anyway, that's a side note on the alignment process. That's not the whole thing, but those are some juicy bits.
Right. So while we've been writing this book, we've been required to stop every moment to clear. And so some of you that have been following our work, have been taking our courses, you understand that when you have an agenda and you're pushing, you're creating resistance. When you have issues or perceptions about your relationship with the organization, with the people that you're working with, that is also pushing into the system, creating resistance. It's like all these little, like you said, microaggressions.
Microjudgments.
I like microaggressions.
Yeah.
It's really,
Yeah, they're so much fun.
Those are the things that are creating the ripple in your perceptions, but in your reality, and you're trying to get things done, but those are the things that are going to create the resistance. So we have a lot of techniques to clear that. And
all right. So anyway, so what's going on behind us? So behind us is the part 3, which we thought would be the easiest because
we thought part 2 would be the easiest.
Well,
it was technical.
Technical, yeah. Anyway, but anyway, so here we are a week later, not really fully getting to part 3 because we're refactoring things out of it and moving things back to part 2, and it's the whole thing. Anyway, but why am I telling you this? Okay, so what is the book about? Evolutionary Energetics.
Evolutionary Energetics.
Yeah.
So, how weird do I get?
You just do whatever
Okay.
it is. Say
so
it is.
so everything is made up of energy, and we have an energy field, an energy body. There's things called an aura that people have heard about, or chakras. People have heard about these things, and what we're doing is we're working at within an evolution of our energy body. So when we talk about high vibrational frequency, you talk about manifesting, we talk about improving our lives. This has our energy is impacting everything around us. And evolutionary energetics, from my work as a healer, starting in 2008 already, I've been using this work, or when it first started coming in, was that there is an evolution going on in our energetic body to help us as individuals evolve and us as a human race to evolve. And it's part of a shift in consciousness that's happening on the planet. But it's this really, if we're going to take it back to why is this important to me, it's the evolution of your being to improve all aspects of your life.
Right. And so if you're familiar with our work, maybe you read Leading Beyond Change or taking our level 1 training, you understand these really simple concepts. Simple, mind-boggling simple concepts like you can't change anyone else. You can only make new choices. And it's like, well, when you start to really look at our...
You can't even change yourself?
No. We're not going to go into that. Okay, so when you start to understand how you're constantly trying to change other people, you're constantly struggling with reality, you're constantly wishing the world were different, especially after this recent election. A lot of people are going for that, ego mind trick, like getting taken on that ride. But when we start to look at how we are moving for creating what we want in our life, we start to understand that we're really deeply embedded in this whole ego mind construct, and it's running the show. Like, we're not really living the life that we're intending for ourselves, the life of joy, the life of peace, the life of flow and harmony in our relationships. And so, yes. And so what Evolutionary Energetics does is it gives you that kind of that energy foundation to do the work of the self framework, of really looking at our behaviors, our thought forms, our allegiances, to do the unlearning, to do the rewiring of our behavior patterns so we can live very, very differently. And so part of this work, why it's so important, is because we need access to this high vibrational energy to shift these deep energetic structures that govern our being. And when we're starting to talk about that, my background is an engineer and a scientist, so just then technically science in our world has crippled us and limited to a very narrow view of reality based on a 3D atomic-based physics. And what we know for about 100 years now as humanity is that there's a quantum reality that governs everything that's actually more important, but we can't see it directly. And when you start to work with your energy body, you're starting to work directly at the quantum aspects of your being that are determining how you show up. determining whether you have a good time, that weekend with, your family members on that activity. Like
Determining the trajectory of your whole entire reality.
So anyway, so that's why it's important. Like it actually requires for us to create a path beyond what we've experienced in our life, to create a better life and future for ourselves, to step out of and beyond what we currently know. And so that's really this journey that's unfolding for us. So if you love it, please make sure you like and subscribe.
Ha ha ha.
What?
No, there's one more thing.
What else?
Is that for you to be able to transform anything, transform an organization, transform a team, transform your family,
improve your relationship,
transform your body, like you are the transmission of transformation. So without going on the journey, there is no capability. I'm sorry. I'm just going to be really
You want to make the world peaceful and solve all these crazy things that are going on? Well, you need to actually find that peace inside yourself first, so you can act from a place of peace to create peace. So really,
you have to be the transmission.
I'm so sorry to tell you this.
Vibration.
There's nothing you can do to solve the horrible things going on planet Earth right now other than your own healing journey. And if you think you can do anything else other than that, you're actually contributing to the problem. Sorry.
Whatever side you're on, doesn't matter. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for taking the time out of your day just to listen to our goofy.
And if you've gotten to the end, we'd love to hear your comments either directly by email or on the continuum.
Yeah. And then for coming for this year, for 2025, expect great things from us.
Yes. Do expect great things from us.
We are expecting great things from us too.
Because we want to share the most rapid tools for human evolution possible.
Yeah.
Instead of hiding behind this kind of corporate mask we've been wearing. All right. Wacky, weird, powerful. Let's go.
Take care.